Hello and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show on Facebook, where we show you one cool thing, which we are testing out in the PC Mag Labs. I'm Sasha Segan, this is Will Greenwald.
Hello.
We have Social Pete taking your comments, questions, and concerns, so please put them in the comment field and they will get read out to us. And today we have a very cool thing. You could say that we're on fire. We're on fire today. And what's on the fire?
Well, it's the Amazon Fire TV. It's the new one. Just not really sharing your energy level with this. It's 4K. It is $30 less than the Fire TV from last year, which makes it the least expensive yet 4K capable Amazon Fire TV device. And it has a new design, which we can't show you right now because it's plugged into the back of the TV.
Yeah.
Instead of a box, like an Apple TV that you put in front of your TV, it looks more like a Chromecast. It has a short length of HDMI cable, and it's just like a tiny square that just dangles off the back of your HDMI port.
So this is hashtag dongle life here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So now, does the move to a dongle, now I've seen some people on our website are disappointed with the move to a dongle. Do you lose anything in the move to a dongle?
Not that we've seen. I mean, the performance is pretty much identical to the last year Fire TV, which was physically larger and you needed a flat surface to put it on. Mm-hmm. Now you don't. It's the same remote, pretty much the same features. It adds support for HDR, but just HDR10, much like the Roku. It lacks Dolby Vision, so you can't stream stuff from, say, Vudu, which actually we have not found on the Fire TV App Store yet.
Okay, so now the number one question now, camera guys, do we have to walk back and bracket the TV to show the people what's on the TV? Yeah? Okay. So the number one question I think most people have about streamers like this is content. Is there content that's exclusive to this? What can you watch in terms of non-Amazon content? Does this have all the content that you're looking for?
There is very little content that is exclusive because Amazon is on pretty much anything. You can get Amazon on the Roku. You can get Amazon on Android TV stuff, I think.
You get Amazon on Apple now.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Chromecast. Yeah. So, Amazon doesn't want to limit any of the stuff they paid a lot of money for, like The Man in the High Castle, to just one platform because they're a service, and that service goes beyond just their devices.
Let's note, Amazon is another online company, doesn't want to get rid of the Nazis, wants you to have Nazis everywhere. This is common on the internet.
Well, their friend is bad, at least.
It looks like we have a question.
When will Amazon Fire TV read books to you?
Well, it has Alexa, so I'm pretty sure, let's see. Read me a book from my Kindle library. I can't hear what she's saying. It's turned down.
Alexa.
Stop.
She's starting to read.
Yeah, that is 30 Films That Changed My Life in No Way Whatsoever by Frank Conniff, TV's Frame for Mystery Science Theater, which is in my Kindle library. Alexa does support Audible audiobooks and just reading books from Kindle, like text-to-speech.
And I think that is one of the keys here, the Alexa integration. And if you have an Alexa home, if you have Echoes, if you have Echo Dots, if Alexa is how you automate your home, then this is the TV system for that. Like I know, for instance, even with home automation, Amazon just announced their security camera, and you're going to be able to say, "Yo, Alexa, throw up the image from my security camera onto my TV." But
you
only
can
if you
actually
have a Fire
already
TV.
you can already do that with certain TVs. I believe Nest, Logitech, several IP cameras already let you do it. We don't have any set up on our test network right now, but you can just say, "Show me outside camera," and if you set it up through the Alexa app to include it in your home security system, it'll pop up on the TV.
But you need a Fire TV to do that with Alexa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you could also get an Echo Show, like an Echo device with a screen on it, but you need a screen.
Right. But if you want on your TV.
Yeah.
So Alexa is a big differentiator here. Now, does it come with any service enhancements?
What do you mean by service enhancements?
Like, does it come with any free Prime or anything like that? Free content?
Usually, if you get a Fire device, Amazon has sometimes rotating promotions where you might get a Prime trial or some Audible credits or things like that. Mm-hmm. But not specifically, and you're not off the top of my head. But yes, this is something that just plays the best if you have Amazon Prime because Prime Music, Prime Video. It's all first party integrated right into the system, so you can just say, play me this stuff, and it'll bring it up.
Now
play The Man in the High Castle.
Now, your voice search,
Yeah.
what catalogs is it searching against? Is it only searching against Amazon, or can it also search other services simultaneously?
No, it actually can search other services. Obviously, it can default and jump straight to things that are on Amazon just because it's right there. But if, say, Stranger Things, it will show me it's available and give me the option to watch it on Netflix or Hulu, just different on-demand services.
So you've got you have a unified interface for all of your streaming services.
Yep.
Okay. Is there a live TV option on here?
Not, I don't believe specifically with this one. Let me see. Well, yeah, for streaming TV, not for like a tuner, but you can get Sling TV, you can get PlayStation View. I believe DirecTV Now is also on here. So you can, if you're going full cord cutter, get live TV through any of these subscription services and just watch live TV through your Fire TV.
Okay. Let's take some questions.
Can you still install add-ons on the Fire TV?
You can install apps from Amazon's App Store, which I will bring up right here. This is sort of running on an Android core, but it is heavily modified by
You can
Amazon.
play Alto's Adventure on it?
Yeah. It is heavily modified by Amazon, so you actually cannot load the Google Play App Store or Google Play Movies or Music stores, which is sort of one of the big limitations.
Scroll up, by the way. I want to show something regarding an earlier question.
Yep.
Look, there's a dedicated Audible app.
Yep.
So for
Although
people,
because Audible is a Amazon company, I also think it sort of it ties right into Alexa. But you can also have like full Audible just loaded on here.
Exactly. But that's for the person who wanted their TV to be reading them books.
Yep.
Let's take another question.
Does it have Xfinity streams on it?
I'm not sure, but let's find out. Xfinity. Nope.
Nixfinity. And I don't believe it has the special Spectrum app either. Those cable company apps are hard to get a hold of.
Typically specific, like if you have the service through conventional cable or satellite means, even if there's an app to watch their stuff on like your iPad or your computer, for these devices, whether it's integrated is going to be spotty, unlike the subscription services, which give you live TV.
And I feel like let's take another question, and then I'll make an opinion.
Can you play games on it?
Yeah, but I don't recommend it.
Don't play games on the TV streamers. You people always ask this when we're reviewing TV streamers. And yes, it is in theory possible to play games, limited games, in a crappy way on all of these TV streamers.
You can pair a Bluetooth controller, and you can play like Sonic CD on it, but
don't play games on a TV streamer.
Like if you want a tiny box you can play games on, you can get like a PlayStation TV for $10.
Yeah, get a console. Seriously, people.
The Switch is great. Read our review of that.
So one thing I wanted to point out was that I feel like where a lot of these fall down, and it's true about the Apple TV, it's true about Chromecast, it's true about Amazon, is in integrating your cable content. So for that, like integrating what people consider to be real TV. And
yes.
Like for that, you basically need a TiVo, right?
Pretty much. A lot of smart TVs do have some kind of guide for like live TV if you integrate, like if you plug in your cable box and there's an IR blaster if you plug into antenna. But yeah, it's still kind of a gap that the way these do different content means that you can use Sling TV, but you're not necessarily going to get the same sort of recommendations as if you have a TiVo. And it's not going to be as easy to look things up this way.
But also, like, if you, like, I'm frustrated because I'm actually a cord cutter at home, but I use OTA, okay, because I like to get my, I want to get my same-day shows.
Yep.
And so I use OTA, and I have a TiVo because none of these systems will process my OTA TV. None of these systems will DVR my OTA TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There have been a couple media hubs in the past, I think possibly even the previous Fire TV, so they might actually have a tuning dongle that have supported OTA. I think the NVIDIA Shield TV might, but yeah, it's always just been this thing of plugging it directly into your TV and using that or not. So it's just, adoption is pretty spotty.
Let's take another question.
Do you see a big performance difference over the Fire TV stick?
No, but we haven't tested the most recent Fire TV stick yet. This works pretty quickly. It is most comparable with the regular Fire TV, so it is peppier than the stick, which was a bit slower. But Yeah, it's comparable with the previous Fire TV. It is quick like that. It just isn't like the, the Fire TV stick was a bit slower and limited to 1080p. This does 4K.
Does it have NASA TV?
Try it.
NASA. Let's see.
Oh, no, that's a documentary.
There's
It
the
has an
NASA.
app.
Yep.
It's got an app. It's appy.
So you can,
Yep, there's your app.
yep, NASA TV.
There, you got it. So now, is there a major... should people be thinking of using only one ecosystem in this sort of situation? Should you be making sure not to cross Apple, Amazon, Google products within your home? Like if you have a Google product or an Apple product, is this something that you shouldn't be considering and you should be getting the Google one or the Apple one instead?
You're going to be having an easier time if you keep stuff consistent. If you're an Apple user, spending the over twice as much for the Apple TV 4K is going to be worthwhile because you already have an iTunes library and you can access it through that. You can't really access anything on iTunes from these other devices.
No Apple Music on here.
Amazon you can get on a bunch of different devices, but again, like if you have Echoes through the house.
If you Alexa.
Yeah, if you just go through a lot of like Prime content, it's most accessible on this. Roku doesn't have its own specific system. It has its channel store with lots of apps and services. It doesn't have its own media library. It has a curated thing called the Roku store, the Roku channel, but it's more like this is the cool stuff you can watch. Basically, all the systems have their own deficiencies. Apple TV has been doing better with apps, but it's still lagging behind everyone else. Amazon Fire TV, even though it's Android, still has some gaps like Vudu and Google Play. Roku has the best selection, but it can't access iTunes. And its voice search, it is just a voice search. It doesn't have voice assistant like Alexa or Siri on Apple TV.
And Roku doesn't plug into any of the smart home voice assistants.
Yes.
Right. Let's take another question.
Is there a Twitch app, and if so, can you show it to us?
Yeah. Twitch.
That was a joke.
I got it.
Okay, good.
Should just take a second to download, but it is, I believe, the same app as you'd get on like a Roku or any TV that supports it, but it's installing quickly. The Wi-Fi is actually very quick. You can get a Ethernet dongle for another $15 that plugs into a little corner on the back and just gives it an Ethernet port. So if you have not great Wi-Fi or if you just want to be sure you're going to have the best streaming
How much storage
experience.
does this have for its apps?
Just 6 gigs. So not a whole lot, not really easy to expand it. But
So there is the possibility that you may try to load too many apps and then have to offload some of them.
yes, but that isn't going to be an issue unless you install a lot of games because those are the ones that really consume a lot of memory.
Let's speed run Link to the Past. Oh, there you go. You're gone. Okay.
Well, we can show sort of app storage right now. I believe. Was that this?
No, that was my phone.
Okay.
I forgot to mute it.
Okay, applications. So right now there's 3.8, but you can see.
And this is what we have loaded. So we have a lot of apps loaded. The apps are relatively small. They are much smaller than you would expect from, say, phone or tablet apps.
The biggest media apps aren't going to be more than about maybe 100 megabytes, and that's max. Like, let's see, Sling TV, 42 megs, Twitch, 21. I think the biggest one I saw here was Netflix at 84.
Okay.
But I mean, you can fill up a lot of apps on this if you just steer clear of games, and we recommend that anyway.
Okay. Any more questions out there right now?
If you had to buy just one streaming device right now, what would you buy?
Again, there are deficiencies in all of them. I think Roku has the best well-rounded experience, and the Roku Ultra has one of my favorite features, a headphone jack in the remote, so you can private listen. But its voice search it was cool when it came out, but now it's lagging so far behind Alexa and Siri, and the NVIDIA Shield TV recently added Google Assistant, which is also very impressive. And having Alexa on here is just, I think it pushes it over the edge. But also, if you have a TV that has Dolby Vision, you basically need a Chromecaster to spend a $150 to $200 streamer like an Apple TV or NVIDIA Shield. Because the Fire TV and Roku, neither of them support Dolby Vision at the moment. So there isn't one great answer yet. But all around, the Fire TV, the current one, we've given it our editor's choice because it's sort of the best overall experience you can get for under $100.
Yeah,
It's $70.
I think a lot of it really comes down to comes down to very specific personal questions about your lifestyle. Not to get into your personal lifestyle, but as Will was saying, people who are in Apple and who are subscribers to Apple Music, they are going to want an Apple TV, and yes, it costs more, but
it's a good device, but it's also very Apple, which means it's the apps you can get on the Apple TV, not nearly as much as you can get on an iPad.
And I use a TiVo. I'm religious about my TiVo because for me, OTA DVR is a deal breaker. I need to have OTA DVR along with my streaming services.
And TiVo did recently announce the TiVo Bolt Vox, which is a OTA DVR, using the subscription.
And a cable DVR.
Yeah, and cable, you can use that too.
It's a DVR.
But it has a new remote that has a voice mic, so you can actually search for content. It's similar to Roku in that it's pretty much just content search, not voice assistant, but that's a big get for TiVo.
But my brother, for instance, before we take the next question, my brother, for instance, has been festooning his house with echoes. I think he now has an echo in every room, and it's all Alexa-y all over the place. And so for him, being able to Alexa control his TV
becomes a handy thing.
A relevant and interesting and heady thing where he can say, Alexa, show my video doorbell on my television, and for that you need this.
Yep.
Let's take another question.
One last one. Are there any health apps?
I think so. We don't usually look up a lot of health apps when testing, but health apps. Voice search is really handy.
Yeah. Did it just offer to reorder laundry detergent?
Wash fitness. Okay, apps.
Yeah, there's
Yoga TV. I'm sure there's others.
not a lot in terms of health apps. I mean, not yours.
I don't know the big health apps names. That's not really the thing I review, but there are health apps on it.
Yeah, but seriously, get off your butt. Get out of the house, You want to be healthy? Why are you in front of your TV? I mean, come on. Okay. Any more questions out there?
We're all set.
Okay. So, Amazon Nouveau Fire TV. It is $80?
70.
$70. $70. It is our editor's choice for media streamers. However, you are going to want a different media streamer depending on what kind of ecosystem you're in.
It all depends. There are pros and cons of all of them. No media streamer currently is perfect.
Yep.
Things like voice assistants and Dolby Vision have basically shifted everything, so nothing has everything.
No media streamer is
perfect. For what you need.
But this media streamer is very good indeed. Thank you very much for watching. This has been One Cool Thing with PCMag.com. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. with another very cool thing for you.